couple of seconds to start because I can't check it without pulling it up. I'm going to assume we're live.
Yep,
or
we're
very
live.
shortly will be. Good ho! And this time I was smart and I changed my hotkey to the starting stream one from F1, which opened up Google Chrome Help for some reason last time I started a stream, and changed it to F2, which doesn't do anything because nobody cares about F2. To give it some value, when they added it to keyboards with FN, they had to give it one of the fucking turn the volume down buttons. Otherwise it wouldn't be used. And I'm using it. Welcome back, everybody, to the Storytime Network. We were supposed to do this Tuesday, but real life unfortunately got in the way.
Yep.
But we are back with Tiermaker, and we are back with a Song of Ice and Fire character tier list. We've done a part 1. We've already ranked such luminaries as Strong Belwas, who Teddy Roosevelted an assassination attempt. Ario Hota, who is literally in high B because he's got a fucking cool axe. Big Dick Courtney Penrose. And Refuge in Audacity Aurane Waters, who again is only as high up in C because once Cersei got arrested, he went, fuck it, I'm becoming a pirate lord.
I'm gonna be king of the pirates. Absolutely brilliant.
We've ranked important characters like Arya, Davos, Jaime, Eddard, Hodor.
Hodor? Hodor.
Why did we put Gendry in A again? I'm not disagreeing, I'm just trying to remember what our rationale was.
Really cool guy, loyal to Arya, and also very nice to small folk. He's protecting an orphanage, I believe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did it for protecting the orphanage. Yeah. Yeah, fair.
That was
fair.
what pushed him out of B into A.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I agree with that. I agree with that. Anyway,
Look,
have
Arya's maybe possible future boyfriend is a really cool dude.
Yeah. Oh, and down here we've also got, monsters like Craster, Euron, the Mountain. Gerald Dane, that dumbass.
Honestly, Craster may be the worst character in the series, besides maybe one exception who we won't get to until
part 3.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Probably.
Yeah, I think so. Gonna take a wild stab in the dark and say he's in the R's.
Yep.
Yeah. That's gonna be a fun one.
There are a few in the R's who are going to be fun.
Also, we should reiterate at the start of this stream, just go back up to the top, that Brandon Stark is not the one in the picture. We are having Brand's uncle stand in for him because for some reason he's not actually in the tier list.
It is a very puzzling omission.
It's not that puzzling. I imagine they put a list together, had Brandon Stark on there, and thought, "Alright, that's that guy." I didn't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking know.
Maybe they just kind of forgot.
Probably. Anyway, Jaqen Hagar.
I mean, he is a pretty damn good character. He has a damn good impression for all that, for being in only one book.
Mm.
There are a few of those in this list.
Because, yeah, he only shows up in what?
2. Oh, in Clash of Kings.
Clash of Kings, that's right, Clash of Kings. I was blanking on it for a second. I'm fairly sure we, like his name at the very least shows up in later books, doesn't it?
He gets mentioned, but he's not a recurring character.
Does
Oh wait, no, he does show up. Like at least the man wearing his face shows up again in later books.
yeah, that's sort of what I was trying to get at. We don't know for sure if it's actually him or not, but his face certainly
Pretty heavily
is.
implied that the one dude who kills uh the fourth book prologue POV character and takes his place is the same guy who was using Jack and Hagar as his cover identity.
Just should point out, Faceless Man, Jack and Car is not his real name.
Yeah, it's just his assumed identity.
Mm-hmm.
But we will be using Jack and Hagar to refer to the Faceless Man because we don't have a name because Faceless Men don't have names.
Yeah. So.
Very strong impression, very cool character, very unique sense of morality.
So.
I'd say a pretty good A tier.
Yeah. So got arrested in his, off screen, or off page. Probably purposefully, given that he's a faceless man. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's absolutely no way he was just like, oh no, a kid. Better let myself get caught. Like, there's just no way.
Considering I already had a really shitty luck.
Either that, or
I'm
he's not.
leaning towards the former.
Either that, or he's not a very good faceless man.
His performance over the course of book 2 puts that in doubt.
Exactly. If he can do the things he did, he's a good faceless man, which means he got arrested on purpose. So let's see. What were the 4 criteria we covered last time? It was badassery, impact, development, and what was the last one?
Was it likability or was it something else?
It wasn't likability. It was more analytical.
Yeah, I believe it was.
Impact, development. I honestly can't remember.
Don't worry about it.
Shit. This is why I should have gone back and at least watched part of the stream so I could remember. Impact. Pretty big impact because it's what causes Arya to end up going to Bravos.
Yeah, it has a huge. It basically influences the direction of her storyline from the 4th book onwards.
And in terms of just an overall impact, like.
He is our introduction to the Faceless Men.
Introduction to the Faceless Men, but by getting Arya out of there, it meant that she couldn't be taken hostage.
Mm-hmm.
Which obviously didn't do that much in the grand scheme of things, considering the Lannisters just, full on had the phrase murk them, but it's still a pretty big thing, especially considering how valuable a Stark child, how valuable of a commodity a Stark child is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, killed some pretty bad dudes as well.
Yep. The only thing is, Arya kind of wasted the opportunity to use the names a little bit.
Yeah, kinda.
She could have literally named Tywin, Cersei, and Joffrey, and boom.
Well, I would have taken care of the Lannisters, certainly, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So no.
Badassery, impact, development. Really annoying me that I can't remember.
Same. Oh, fun fact: Arya has appeared is the only POV character to have been in all 5 have POVs in all 5 books.
Cool. So Jacques and yeah, probably somewhere in A.
Yep.
Where do we think in A?
Honestly, I think around the higher end of A.
Yeah.
Maybe between Ghost and Aegon.
I can agree with that. Okay, Gio Mormont, Lord Commander Mormont.
The old bear.
Pretty cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
Had a fucking talking raven.
Pretty cool raven.
Fair impact, because he sort of helped set Jon on the path he's currently on.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Development wasn't really a character to get any.
We got some backstory on him, what with his deal with his family.
Yeah. Though that was more Jorah's than his, more than anything.
Well, we did get a little bit of info on his sister as well.
Yeah. I mean, the whole Mormont clan are pretty fucking cool.
Love the Mormonts.
I just randomly rewatched the scene where Stannis got the letter from Lyanna.
Yes. Excellent.
And Jon has to hold himself back from laughing. Because again, Lyanna Big Dick Mormont just tells Stannis to fuck off.
Good for her.
So what are we going for Gio?
Probably a solid B tier.
Yeah. God, it's...
I don't know, maybe around full hands.
Yeah. Above or below?
Below. He doesn't have a cool mount.
What a cool raven.
And badass design. Yeah.
Not a bad design.
Yeah, can he ride the Raven though?
No, unfortunately not. Can
That'd
feed
be
it corn.
hilarious. Yes, he can. Oh, poor Jane Poole.
Sorry, it's still just really irritating me that I can't remember it. It's not up yet. Actually, one of us could go to the Twitch. Should still be up on Twitch.
Yeah, it's up on Twitch.
See if my crappy 3G will do anything. This might be on you.
Yep.
Just click on somewhere near the start. I'm sure we'll say something. So Jane Poole is Sansa's friend.
And she is made to impersonate Arya.
Yeah. Who does she have to marry? Is it Ramsay?
Ramsay. It's Ramsay.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Not a good time for her. Not a good time for her. Though we make no allowances for tragicness. Otherwise, you know, some of the more tragic people lower down C would be a bit higher. So I don't think she's quite, Archibald level. But I wouldn't put her much further up. Who the fuck was Tyre again?
Honestly, she does have at least some development in her. Development isn't just change; it's also exploration. And we do get a little bit more in depth of.
Oh, I remember. How interesting they are.
Interesting. And she is
I
very
remember
interesting.
that. I remember that because I looked at Aleras. We said he was. They were quite interesting. Okay, I remember now. It was intrigue. Yes, yes.
Mm,
Good. Thank
yes.
God my brain
Jane
worked.
Jane is intriguing.
Um, honestly, is she interesting, or is the result of her situation interesting?
Suitable. I feel like she has lots, some potential to offer, if for no other reason than just what'll happen when her impersonation gets exposed,
I mean, let's be
and
real.
also just the exploration of her tragedy.
Yeah, let's be real. Everybody who's ever met Arya already knows that that's not her. They're just staying
I think
quiet out of
Jamie
politeness.
recognizes that she's a fake after a glance.
Yeah. Like two more opposite people. Well, there are more opposite people, but they are very opposite people.
Hmm. Yeah, no, the personality could not match up less.
Okay, so where are we gonna put her then?
I want to say high C, low B.
I don't think B.
Mm. I'd say upper middle C then. Above, who do we put her above?
Above Jenna.
Question.
I
Above
think
who now?
above Jenna.
Above Jenna, yeah. Jane Westerling. Also
Uh,
not character not much.
yeah. Well, she was the one who Rob threw away the waterfall, basically.
Hmm.
Why do men have to think with their dicks?
To be fair to Rob, he wasn't thinking with his dick the whole time. It was just a matter of, oh,
He
I
thought
dishonored
with
her.
his
I
dick
must.
long enough.
He thought it was with his dick just a tiny bit, but he thought with his honor boner more.
Why did he have to not learn from his fucking father's mistake? Honor gets
But
you
he's his
nowhere
father's
in this
son.
world.
No, it gets you somewhere, just mostly posthumously.
It gets you somewhere, usually death. Usually the afterlife. Um, Not much of a badass factor. Well, was she
No.
also a fucking battlefield nurse? Or was that just a TV thing?
Completely invented for the show.
Right, okay, yeah, that takes away the badassery a bit. Interesting? Not really. Uh, Development? Not really. Impact? I
Huge
suppose.
impact.
I suppose it depends whether you class it as her impact or Rob's impact or both.
Bit of both.
So it probably sticks her in high C then.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
More below Refuge and Audacity Waters.
below Orain Waters, obviously, yeah. Above Barbary Dustin.
Nah, below.
All right,
Barbary is interesting.
fair. Jiki. What another one of the third of Daenerys's handmaidens. What
I'm gonna
happens?
be real with you. The Dothraki overall are not very developed.
What happens to this one?
I don't know. I think she's still with Daenerys.
I know both. I know the other two died.
No,
Did Eerie die?
no, she's still alive.
Is Eerie still alive? Man, that
Pretty sure Irie's
says something
Doreah's
about
the
says something about me. Uh,
yeah, Doreah's the only one who's dead.
right. Okay. Again, I'm mixing up with the show.
Jiki is the most interesting thing that comes of Jiki and Irie is that they, besides sharing a bed with Daenerys, is that they develop a love triangle with one of Daenerys' blood riders.
Great. Okay. So, badassery, not that we've seen. Impact, fairly little. Interest, fairly little. Um, Development, not much. So, bottom of C. is around where I'm thinking.
Let's put her right next to Eerie then.
Which one is
Seems
more
only fair.
interesting?
I don't think there's any real. They're pretty interchangeable, honestly.
I have to put one of them
There's
above the other.
Jiggy has a more interesting name.
Cool. That's good enough for me. Jogo. Another one of the Blood Riders.
Well, then there's this. Yep.
Which one was he? Has he done anything interesting? Did he die? That'd be interesting.
Yep, he's still alive.
Damn, can't even do that. Anything interesting done? Or is he just sort of wandered around with her?
He is one of the hostages given to the Yunkai camp.
Didn't really do anything for, what's his face? Dario.
Mm-hmm. At least he's not the dude who got murked.
Again, I'd argue that'd make him more interesting than he is now.
He is very uninteresting, yes.
At least give him some impact. Because we could at least talk about the impact his death had on fucking Daenerys, but no. Why do we put Argo as high up as he is?
Well, Jogo goes through the same thing as Argo does. He develops past his initial sexism towards Daenerys.
Ah, okay.
That's it, though. That's all the development we get from him.
Now sticking with Argo. I'm putting Argo above because Argo has a bow, and I like bows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Joffrey Baratheon, one of the best hate sinks in fiction.
Poor fucking Jack Gleason.
Mm-hmm. He did his job too well.
So, let's just go through his. He's not a badass. He's a coward. Interesting. In a historical,
He's a good villain.
In a historical sense, in that it's interesting to study what and why tyrants do what they do. Impact, pretty fucking huge to be fair.
Yeah.
If he doesn't,
he basically kickstarts the War of Five Kings.
Yeah, if he doesn't behead Ned, War of the Five Kings does. Well, no, the War of the Five Kings does happen, but the Starks don't get involved. At least not personally. They might have joined up with either Renly or Stannis, but even that was probably unlikely.
It would have gone from a civil war to just straight succession war.
Yeah.
Which is not quite as big as what the War of Five Kings was.
Yeah. Impact, interest, development. No development. You just stayed a petty jerk. To what extent did Marjorie actually manage to change him?
Not much. Olenna just decided to fucking off him.
Yeah, I mean, she was right to do so, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm. I do find it hilarious that Joffrey actually does occasionally raise good points about stuff, though. Like, oh, Daenerys is actually a major threat. We should take her seriously. It's like, no, don't worry about it. She's really far away. She'll never come here.
Let's be real, though. That's right for the wrong reasons.
I mean, yes, but at the same time, he's not wrong.
No, he's right.
Occasionally have good insight.
He's not. He's not right because he actually, considers Daenerys a threat. He's right because he's a paranoid jackass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
I just find it really amusing.
So I suppose the question is: does his sizable impact outweigh his sins? Because he is a fucking asshole.
I'd say his impact, as well as the fact that he's such an excellently written hate sink, works to balance it out.
Fair enough. I never quite got to.
Look, as cool as Euron is, his infinite grossness outweighs it substantially.
Yeah.
Whereas Joffrey never does anything quite heinous enough to be considered as gross as anyone would put in F tier.
Certainly wouldn't be an F tier. He might make it an E if we were to discount the impact.
Yeah, I just think he's a well-written villain, and
Yeah.
that deserves recognition. Like, I wouldn't put him in A tier or anything, but I'd put him in high B tier. Nothing else. Just how excellently his villainy works in the context of the story.
Tell you what, do you want to? Let's put him with Ares.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. One Mad King for another.
I'll put Joffrey high
just
because we get to see him.
Yeah, we see him a lot more than we see Aerys.
Yeah.
We only see Aerys in the flashbacks.
Jojen Reed. What has he actually done in the books? He's still alive.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a theory that he's been grounded in paste for Bran to eat, but that's just a theory. A game theory. Sorry.
Okay, that's a theory I don't think I'd heard.
You haven't heard of Jojen paste?
No.
I'll send you a link to a video about
I
it.
think it's quite explanatory.
Yes, but the video explains why it's a theory. Is that not fair?
I assume because he's not seen much in the Bran chapters we've seen while they're, under the tree with the three-eyed raven.
Under the tree. Under the tree. Sorry. Okay. But yeah, Jojen helps guide Bran on his journey to Beyond the Wall and to the Three-Eyed Crow.
Yeah, so I mean, certainly in terms of impact, he's got a big one because he is basically what starts Bran on his journey. Development.
And we get to see him struggle with his destiny a little bit and come to terms with the fact that he knows when he'll die.
I wonder if he knew he was going to be ground up into paste under a tree.
Honestly, I have no idea if that's actually true or not. It's just a crazy wild theory I like to think. I like to bring up every now and then.
Like my Shanks arm theory.
Look, it's a very fun theory. Yeah, he's a suitably impactful character.
Yeah. Not a massive amount in terms of badassery, but I think he is still interesting. I'll give him that. He's definitely interesting because he does represent that more supernatural side of the story.
Oh yeah.
We don't massively get to actually see a lot. So I'm thinking mid B tier.
Mid B sounds about right.
What was that one? Why did we put Alice Karstark where she is again? Oh, impact. Yeah, that's right.
Impact and just sheer ballsiness.
Yeah.
Riding up to the wall in a blizzard to escape her shitty uncle and cousin.
Yeah, that's fair. So around there, do you think?
Yeah, let's put Jojen between Alice and Ed.
Good old Dolorous Ed.
Love Ed.
John fucking Aaron. Let's be real.
Now we get to the string of Johns.
It's a very popular name. Let's be real. This dude's death had such a wide-ranging impact. It's his death that kicks off the main plot.
Yeah. Middlefinger shot his shot, and he shot it well.
On that alone, I think he's up with like Ares.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only similar figure I can really think of in terms of holy shit, what an impact.
Yeah, I mean, those guys, along with like such other posthumous figures as Rhaegar, Lyanna, and Aegon, all have massive impact long after they're dead.
I think he's probably going to go higher than Ares because badass factor is there. You know, he helped in Robert's rebellion.
Not to mention, he rose up. He started the rebellion because Eris demanded the heads of his wards.
Yeah. Which, you know, takes fucking guts. Not to mention,
Yep.
you know, just the fact that he was such a good. I don't know what the parent equivalent for a ward is. Guardian?
Kind of like a guardian or mentor, yeah.
Yeah. Just a guardian slash mentor to Robert and Ned. Like, it's clear they both loved him.
Unfortunately, he wasn't able to keep Robert's impulses as check as hands, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
We'll get to Robert when he gets to Robert.
He is somewhat of a tragic figure. So I think near the top of B.
Sounds about right.
Right at the top or below Asha?
Hello, Asha. Asha has that cool girl factor that's really hard to top, you know?
Fair. John Connington.
AKA Griff. No, not the one from Red vs. Blue.
So let me
Good old
remember
Connington.
his role. So first things first.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't he like the only person to have beaten Robert in the field?
No, he did not defeat Robert. That is Randall Tarley.
Oh right, yeah, my bad.
No, John Connington was Rhaegar's loyal best friend.
Yeah,
and is implied to be in love with him, or have been in love with him at least.
He was also Hand for a short period when Ares was, you know, going through hands.
Insane.
Yeah, well, going insane and going through hands at an expeditious rate.
Very alarming.
So what he lost to Robert? Was it at the Battle of the Bells?
Battle of the Bells.
Battle of the Bells.
And he was exiled to Essos.
Yeah, and I think it was It's theorized that the reason he lost was he was too cautious.
I don't remember.
Yeah. It's in the weeds. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, it's because he wasn't willing to commit a war crime to get to Robert.
Give him props for that, at least. Aren't many men who would have done that. Certainly.
Yeah, he went on a house search instead of trying to raise the town.
Okay, yeah. Tactically, bad move, but morally a good one.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it cost him his the battle.
Yeah, and then his life in Westeros.
Mm-hmm. And he was exiled to Essos and joined the Golden Company.
Where he was then found by Illyrio and Varys, told to look after young Griff, and faked his death, if I recall correctly.
Yep, Varys spread the rumor that he drank himself to death.
Yep. As Griff is not on this list as a separate character, we're going to be dealing with Griff's antics as well.
Young Griff?
No, I mean Connington as Griff. I'm fairly sure young Griff is on here.
Young Griff is on here, but regular Griff is not. We'll just deal with Connington and Griff as the same character.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So, I mean, badass factor is pretty high. Maybe not quite A tier level badassery on its own, but impact.
I'd say he doesn't have much of an impact yet.
No.
But he does help lead another invasion of Westeros, so that's fun.
He's also
I mean,
he's also got grayscale at the moment, doesn't he?
yeah, he's dying. So he wants to see young Griff on the throne before he passes.
Probably means he's going to rush things, which isn't great.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I mean, he does lead some really good tactical victories in the Stormlands to start.
oh, it's the invasion already started.
Yeah, it starts in the late stages of Dance with Dragons.
We only hear about that second hand though, don't we?
I believe so. We do see the aftermath of a couple of the takings.
Because the last time we saw Connington and the boat in person was during Tyrion stuff, wasn't it?
No, he has his own POV chapters.
Oh, how far did those take
Like,
us?
he is. We find out he has grayscale, and he basically just refuses to marry himself or young Griff off for political reasons.
Sure, that went over
Young
well.
Griff because he's free to marry Daenerys, and himself because he doesn't want his grayscale to get exposed. Oh, and they are planning to attack Storm's End, but that has not happened yet. So it might happen in Winds of Winter. Don't know.
Yeah. I'm still thinking high B.
High B sounds about right. He's a very interesting figure, to say the least. Even if he hasn't had direct impact on much of the narrative yet.
I'm thinking above Brynden Tully.
Yeah. That should do it. He's a very complex character for how little we've known him in the books.
Yeah. Jon Snow. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
He's an S tier.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Let's be real, he's probably... Does he depose Arya at the top?
No. It's really hard to depose Arya.
Does he depose Barristan as number 2?
I think so. Jon has a lot of POV chapters, and he goes through a lot of growth during those.
Because when we first see him, he is a dumb, immature kid, and he becomes a pretty fucking true leader by the time of his death, which he's definitely not coming back from, right, guys?
Probably not. Definitely not. No, siree. Okay, let's be real. He's probably not dead, or if he is dead, he's not going to just stay dead.
He's coming back. Fucking...
Melisandre's right there.
Yeah. Look, Melisandre would not have come back if she wasn't going to be involved in bringing him back. It's just happening. But I don't think we need to go through the criteria. Jon is a pretty badass figure. Huge impact, huge interest, good development. It's S tier. Jon Umber.
The great Jon. The one who declared the king of the North.
He's still alive, isn't he? He didn't actually die at the Red Wedding.
No, he got taken hostage.
Yeah. His
uncles are running the Umber family.
Yeah.
In his absence.
His son, the Small John, died though,
dead.
didn't he?
Yeah, Small John's dead.
The Umber got taken captive, or Great John did. I mean, he's a badass figure. He's one of Rob's key generals.
Yep.
Is it right to call it development if he doubted Rob, got some of his fingers charmed, and went, you know what, you're all right, lad?
Counts. Also, it's just a badass scene.
It's a pretty good scene. Really shows just what Northern men are like. Just like, he ate 2 of your fingers. Yeah, it was bloody cool. I
I
can't,
love Great John. He's great.
can't argue against a man whose dog eats my fingers.
Uh,
Um, I am interested in Great John just because he's obviously a potential ally in the north once if he manages to get released or escapes. Not to mention, I just like giant northerners. They're fun. Impact. Are we gonna blame Rob becoming king in the north on him?
we probably could.
Was that
Probably
likely
could.
to happen without Great John?
I mean, it could have happened, but Great John led the call to crown him.
Because I don't think there was any intention before that. Because I mean, again, I'm going off my memory of the TV scene, which may have been different. But like they get like the letter, I think, or a letter basically saying to come to King's Landing to bend the knee. And obviously they're all like, "Fuck that," and Great John is just like, "Northerners aren't going to take another king, but the king in the north." So yeah, I think we can probably blame it on Great John, unless there's anything to like prove that false.
I'm looking up Great John right now, and yeah, no, he has a whole speech about how Renly and Stannis mean nothing to him, and he does not want to deal with the Lancers because they suck. And it was the dragons who married, and the dragons are dead. There sits only one king I mean to bow my knee to, my lords. The King of the North!
Now, if only I had that in front of me, I could have done it in a Yorkshire accent.
Go for it.
I don't remember it enough to do it, but I would do it if I had it in front of me.
Fair enough.
Probably wouldn't be a great Yorkshire accent anyway. I can only hold it for so long.
And you don't have to do the whole speech. Just say, the King of the North.
Right, let me just get it calibrated. Go to pub, the King of the North.
Yeah, I think he is a very solid high B, low A. Just because of the impression he leaves, and also because of how indirectly he impacts the plot.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, we shouldn't put him above John Aaron, because John Aaron has more of a direct impact.
I was honestly thinking probably around Ario Hota.
That sounds about right.
Below, because Hota is fucking badass with a giant axe, but still around there.
3 of our 4 Johns are in B tier.
It's a good fucking name. What's the last one?
It is.
Oh, an S, yeah.
Yeah.
Powerful
Jorah
name.
Mormont.
Jorah Mormont.
This fucking guy.
First things first, points off for slavery.
Yep. He does seem to feel bad about it, but only seems. We haven't gotten inside his head, so we don't know.
Yeah. And the point is...
Also, he does kind of kidnap Tyrion.
Yeah. Also, you mentioned that the Northmen didn't want to hang out, didn't want to interact with the Lannisters. I don't think the Lannisters want to interact with the Lannisters.
Oh, the Lannisters are one of the most dysfunctional fucking families in the series. Probably the most that's still around. They're the ones who really beat them on the Targaryens.
I'm now reminded of the fucking Simpsons scene. Brothers and sisters are natural enemies. Like Lannisters and Starks. And Lannisters and Baratheons. And Lannisters and Arryns. And Lannisters and other Lannisters. Damn Lannisters. They ruined Casterly Rock.
You know, I'm pretty sure Tywin would say something along those lines. Or Cersei. Probably Cersei, actually.
I love that scene. I love that scene so much.
What
So
episode is
accurate.
that from, anyways?
It's the one where Lisa and Bart actually start like getting on with each other. I can't remember which episode it is, but it's just Willie just. It is.
Anyways.
Again, it's brothers and sisters natural enemy, just like Englishmen and Scots, and Welshmen and Scots, and Scots and other Scots. Damn Scots! They ruined Scotland. You Scots sure are a contentious people. You just made an enemy for life. Oh, Peak Simpsons was great.
Where do we put Jorah?
Badass Factor
Because
is pretty high. Badass Factor is pretty high.
He is also insanely loyal to Daenerys.
I
She straight up
would,
fucking exiles him, and he would die for her.
I would go as far as to say creepily loyal to her.
Oh, it is definitely creepy. He 100% has an unhealthy romantic obsession with a. How old is Daenerys now? 16? She's 16, I believe.
Something like that, yeah. He's like 40.
I don't know how old Jorah is, actually. Let me look it up.
He's 40s or 50s, I'm almost certain of that.
So he is. Oh wow, yeah, he is 46.
Yeah. Not a good
So,
look,
bit
man.
yikes
Not a
there,
good
man.
look.
Bit yikes.
Yeah. Then again, half of the fucking romances in these books, or relationships in these books, are yikes.
Oh, we haven't even gotten to Littlefinger yet.
No, we haven't. So points off for creepy relationship with Daenerys and slavery. I think that rules him out of A. Let's be honest.
Yep.
Yep.
Loyalty can only take you so far.
Yeah. Let's be real. Let's be real. If Gurm had more experience, of had any experience with anime tropes, Jorah would be Yandere.
Be thankful Gurm doesn't watch anime then. That we know of.
I wonder if he learned some tropes from his time on Elden Ring. That would be funny if just in Winter.
Oh my god.
Just like
Tarnished. You are maidenless.
I was more thinking. Oh, I'm trying to think who would be if like Sansa to one of the suitors like I don't like you, but Barker.
That would be so out of place.
It would be so out of place, but hilarious. I don't care. I need a fanfic of that now.
For being all tsundere to Sandor Clegane.
Just anime fucking Game of Thrones. I'll take it.
Oh my god. But yeah, I don't know. He is pretty badass, and he is a really complex character.
Yeah. I'd say put him. I don't want to put this guy above Asha. I don't want to put this guy above Asha. I'll
put him next to his dad.
Oh, that far down.
Or you think he should go higher?
I don't know. He's had a big impact on the story. And his development might be getting there. I mean, obviously we're not at the end of his story, so we can't judge whether he's gonna, realize, holy shit, I've been a big old creep. Interestingness. So where is he right now? He's with Tyrion, isn't he? And they're just outside Marine, or have they managed to make it into Marine?
Yeah, and they both been in Slay.
Yeah. Okay, so we're at that point. Okay. I'd say there's still some interest there.
Yep.
I think it's enough to put him high B.
Okay.
Especially considering his
maybe around the black
badassness.
fish.
Alright.
Maybe just below the fish.
Alright, fine. I can take that. Kevin Lannister. One of the few competent Lannisters. Yeah.
Just as things were getting on track, boom, shot.
I mean, it says something about him that Varys is like, okay, this is the guy I need to shoot for everything to fall down.
I mean, at that point, it was a Jenga tower that just needed one more thing to come out.
Yeah, but Kevin was a very load-bearing Jenga block.
Fair enough. Still, it was a Jenga tower at that point.
Yeah, I'm not gonna deny that. You know, at that point, the war and just shit in general had taken out so many of the pillars of the Lannister reign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, once Tywin and Kevin are gone.
Well, you know, Tywin, Tyrion,
Jaime's effectively gone too.
yeah, Jaime to a decent extent. Varys is on his way out. Littlefinger's not really hanging around court anymore.
I mean, Littlefinger's got his own schemes going on. That's a discussion for when we get to him.
Yeah. So I mean, we've got the boost of, you know, shit-talking Cersei at pretty much every opportunity he could.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the later books. Interesting. Not massively. It's going to be vaguely interesting to see what happens now that he's dead.
Oh yeah, no.
To be fair.
I mean, most of the interesting stuff does come from him dying.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate for him.
It happens in this series. Impact. He's kept King's Landing running for a while.
Yeah, he's kept things stable while Cersei's been in jail.
Again, can we count the fact that you know, Varys, Spymaster Supreme, thinks that everything is going to fall apart once he's dead as an impact?
Yeah, I think so.
So decent enough impact.
We have had several characters who are like, oh yeah, their death caused a huge impact, so
yeah,
it'd be
that's
unfair
fair.
to crack them up.
That is very fair. So I'm saying high C, low B.
I'd say low B.
Yeah.
He is sufficiently interesting and impactful. I'd say probably below Elia. Just below Elia.
I can agree with that. Khal Drogo.
Good old Carl Drago.
Tell you what, they could not have picked a better man than Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa made Khal Drogo so much more likable than he is in the books.
Yeah, he's kind of just a rapist asshole in the books.
I mean, he does start to develop a little bit before he dies, but he's still like a classic rape, pillage, and burn type conqueror.
He definitely starts to respect Daenerys more.
Mm-hmm. Which is a plus. He starts drinking respect women juice. Unfortunately, he only drinks a very specific kind of respect women juice, so it doesn't apply to anyone else besides his wife. Which is very unfortunate.
To be fair, that's sort of the same with Argo and Jogo, isn't it?
I mean, kinda.
And to be fair, we can't deny his badassery.
No, we cannot. He is incredibly badass. He never lost a fight.
Lost one fight to disease.
Yeah, but that's different. Disease cheats.
To be fair, Khal Drogo didn't do himself any favors by opening up his own fucking chest.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least letting some dumbass open up his chest.
Very true.
And then not treating it.
Not treating it properly, anyways.
Yeah. So, the rape, pillage, and burn thing does sort of bring him down a peg or two.
Essentially, yeah. I mean, he would have been A tier if it wasn't for that, but
yeah.
Best he can do is B tier. He does die fairly early, but Daenerys does get some dragons out of it, so.
Are we gonna put that on him?
No, it's more Mir Mazdur.
Yeah, I don't think he can take credit for that one.
No, it is 100% Mir Mazdur.
I'm not sure even she can take full credit for it, but she can take
I mean,
more
she is
credit
the
for it
one
than
sacrifice that makes
Drogo.
it possible.
Yeah. Below the old bear.
Yeah, below the old bear.
The kindly man.
This is Arya's current mentor at the House of Black and White.
Yeah. The one who they decided to just make Jaqen in the show, because then people would actually recognize him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, easier to double cast, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm not just gonna say I blame them. Um, and they did make it clear that it was almost certainly not the same Jaqen and Hagar that Arya saw in season 2.
Mm-hmm. Shame that they didn't follow up on the book plot thread of the Jaqen.
Yeah.
That would have been neat.
So I mean, got the faceless man badass level. Probably
Mm-hmm.
sticks him up in B at the very least. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a faceless man can be lower than B just on badass factor alone.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Interesting, pretty interesting, as most faceless men are.
Places men are wells of mystery.
Yeah. Um, Development, not really. Impact. Uh, I don't think we've. I don't think we can properly say the impact of him until you sort of see what Arya does with her faceless man training.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, all we've got is that he's trained her some.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't done a massive amount with it yet, so I'm thinking,
Low B.
yeah, low to mid B probably. Let's say below Big Dick Penrose.
Yes. Look,
Krasnys
Penrose. Oh, sorry.
Krasnys Mo Nakloz.
It's that one slaver dude who Daenerys bamboozles that ass to pour.
Oh, that fucking dumbass.
Yep. I mean, he gets a memorable death at least.
Slaver, so that sticks him in the lower half.
Oh yeah, no, he's a slaver, and he is terribly uninteresting beyond just accidentally giving Daenerys all of the Unsullied.
Yeah.
And being a dumbass who fucks around and finds out.
Misogynistic slaver, I'm tempted to stick him in E. I don't think he's quite at F level.
Yeah, he is funny in that he dies so quickly and so hilariously.
Yeah, it was real
But
dumbass.
it saves him from F. Saves him from F, but beyond that, like, yeah, he's not a complex or great character or anything. So yeah, E tier.
I've put him between Black Walder Frey and Bida.
Yep, sounds about right. At least he has characterization, unlike Biter.
Yep. Lady Stoneheart.
Talk about a character on the opposite end of the spectrum.
The reanimated corpse of Catelyn Stark, let's be real.
Yep. I'm just gonna say this now. I think she belongs at least in A tier.
On sheer interest alone, yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
Interest, impact, and potential for the plot. Also, she is menacing as fuck, and that has to count as some sort of badass factor.
Where do you think in A?
Excellent question. Let's put her around just above Cersei. because I know that would piss Cersei off, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, actually, that's fair. Oh, lady.
Rip. Gone too soon. The least impactful of the direwolves, unfortunately.
Still a direwolf, so
Oh yeah, no. She merits at least the highest C.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
mid-C.
I'm gonna put Lady above Alyssa Thorne.
Completely fair.
It amuses me.
Yes. Good.
Lancel Lannister, cucked a king.
And kill the king by just getting him to chug wine like he always does.
And cucked a Kingslayer.
Mm-hmm.
And then... No, we haven't gone to Cersei's trial in the books yet, have we?
Nope. She, if I recall correctly, she is still awaiting trial, as is Marjorie. And they are both kind of fucked because their only selections are from the Kingsguard.
So he's still just dumbass cultist at this point.
Yes, he is a dumbass who has fallen in with the current religious fervor.
What is it? It's not 7-pointed star, is it?
The Warrior Sons, I believe.
Warrior's Sons, right.
Yeah, he's a dumbass.
He's a dumbass, but an impact.
I have no problem putting him in high C, low B.
Yeah, I don't think B. I mean,
let's have him cuck Alistair Thorne too.
Is his impact like his impact is that he
kills Robert Baratheon.
Kills Robert Baratheon. But is that really him or is that Cersei?
Good question.
It's not like he would do that without Cersei.
I mean, Cersei did it through him, though.
Yeah. I don't think I can say, he killed Robert. I would be more comfortable say he was the implement used in Robert's death.
Fair enough.
I'm still saying C, but and yeah, fuck it. I'm Cuck Thorne.
It's funnier that way.
Lemon Cloak,
aka the current wielder of the Hound's Helm.
He's gonna get his fucking head ripped off and pee down his neck. This right.
Oh yeah, no. Sandor is going to kill him the moment he gets his hands on him.
Maybe it'll be that mysterious Undertaker at the whatchamacallit, Sept.
Yep. Silent Isle.
Who knows? Is he an asshole? I know he was in the show before he died, just before he died, but was that in the books as well?
No, that's just in the show. He is a member of the Brotherhood Without Banners, and he stays on when Lady Stoneheart takes over. Oh, and he's also involved in the hangings of some Freys.
It gives him a bit of a boost. Gets him out of Archibald territory, certainly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heil Hunt around there.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sticking below, because Heil Hunt drank Respect Women juice, at least, if I recall correctly.
He learned to drink Respect Women juice.
Yeah. Scepter Lamore.
Oh, if you believe some theories, is a Chardane. If you believe it.
I do have a theory, but I think it might be based on the fan fiction.
What's the theory?
That Lamore was lovers with Oberyn Martell at one point.
Oh yeah, there are two theories as to who she is. That she's either the mother of Tywin Sands, or that she's a Chardane.
Okay, good.
But unless she's dyeing her hair, it's unlikely that she's Tywin's mother because Tywin's a blonde.
I don't know. Um, both my parents had dark hair, but my brother has blonde hair.
Mm. I mean, it is a recessive thing, so it is possible.
Who knows her fucking lineage?
I mean, yeah. I mean, she could be both.
Yeah.
But yeah, she does have intrigue to her, at the very least.
I mean, who knows? Maybe she's, like, I don't know, a Lannister bastard.
Possible.
Who's dying
Hair
ahead
dye is a thing in this.
It is. And, you know, there's an interest factor in that she does clearly have some secrets, if I recall correctly.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Definitely an interest factor there. Again, which gets gets her out of Archibald territory.
Mm-hmm. Poor Archibald.
Impact is, at the moment, really certain known impact anyways, limited to teaching young Griff.
I think we should hold off on talking about who young Griff is until we get to him.
Yeah. Did she have some interesting conversations with Tyrion?
I believe she does at one point.
Yeah.
And also, there is the implication that she is a mother because Tyrion notices that she has stretch marks on her belly at one point.
I'm inclined to stick her right next to a Chardane.
Yeah, just for shits and giggles.
That it seems like a good place for her. She's got some interest behind her, but nothing really, you know, plot shaking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Little Walder Frey.
Oh boy.
Put Big Walder Frey at the bottom of D.
Yeah, Big Walder Frey is a piece of shit. Shitty little brat.
Aren't they both shitty little brats?
Yes, but I believe Little Walder is the one who becomes less of an asshole.
Character development is good. Might get him out of D.
Oh yeah, Big Walder and Little Walder are oh no, Little Walder is the one who's a shit.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, but and he also gets murdered.
Oh, good. Who's he get murdered by?
Don't know. It's still a mystery. And
Cool.
It's implied it's either Big Walder or someone else.
Maybe Rickon.
But maybe we get this this absolutely great line when Hostine accuses Wyman of murdering him. Wyman says, "I confess that I know little of this poor boy." How old was he? He was 9. So young, though mayhaps this was a blessing. Had he lived, he would have grown up to be a Frey.
Oh, Wyman just really took pleasure in shit-talking the phrase at every opportunity. Every fucking opportunity.
Yep.
For good reason, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah. But Little Walder is a little shit, a young Ramsay in the making.
So, do we want to put...
He's a child, but at the same time he is evil.
Do we want to put Little Walder where Big Walder is now and move Big Walder up a bit?
Where did we put Big... Oh, yeah. Big Walder...
If Big Walder got some development.
Yeah. There's also the implication that Big Walder killed Little Walder because Little Walder was turned into a monster.
So how high do we want to take Big Walder?
Let's put him in C. Right above Archibald.
I'm not breaking that duo up. They don't have much, but they've got each other.
You're right, we'll put him above Garrus.
They don't have much in this world, but they have each other.
Speaking of not having much of this world, Loris.
Oh, Loris Tyrell.
Loris.
He's a bit of a hothead in the books, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He straight up Leroy Jenkins the attack on Dragonstone and gets 1,000 men killed, and almost dies in the process.
More like his father than he thought.
Mm-hmm. But he's also a very he's a fun character, if for no other reason than he is one of the few explicitly gay characters in the series, as well as having a surprisingly complex reaction to his lover's death. Like him, just I do appreciate that the series develops him by having him properly but quietly grieve for Renly, as opposed to he still does. Oh wait, no, he flies into a rage when he sees Renly's body. Right, that's a fun bit. Not shocking. Yeah, Loris is I believe Jamie says that Loris and Balin Swan are the only members of the current Kingsguard besides himself who know how to actually fight.
Yeah. I don't think Jamie liked Loris, though, did he?
No, because he thought he was a cocky asshole.
Fairly sure that was an accurate description.
Yeah. He's arrogant and very, very hot-headed. But he is a damn skilled fighter.
He is. So badass factor alone probably takes him to be.
And he is a very complicated character, which is nice.
Yeah. That's right. His brother is C. Row 2 of C.
And we don't get nearly as much of Garland as we do of Loris.
No, we don't. So thinking back to the criteria, badassery takes him up to be alone. Impact. What has he done that's had some impact? He
took Dragonstone recently. He swore the Kingsguard. Oh, he basically brought the Reach to Renly. Renly probably wouldn't have had the backing he did to start with if it wasn't for Loris.
And if he doesn't have that, Stannis doesn't have any reason to assassinate him.
Yep, and both of the Baratheon boys would have a much easier time getting along and teaming up against the Lannisters.
Let's be honest, they weren't going to get along.
No, but they might have been able to actually set aside their differences, with Renly unable to actually mount a campaign against Stannis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a maybe.
I'm not sure, but
look, the whole War of Five Kings went belly up in no small part because Renly was a jackass.
Yeah, I can't deny that. Renly absolutely would not have supported Joffrey, but Renly, without an army, probably just wouldn't get involved.
Which, hey, still not splitting all the Stormlands away from Stannis.
Yes. And delaying Stannis enough that the Red Wedding can happen and Tywin can come back down.
Yeah. Well, Red Wedding happens after Blackwater.
Does it?
Yeah, Blackwater is at the end of book 2.
Oh, Red Wedding.
Timeline.
Red Wedding. I thought you said Renly.
No. No.
And I got very confused for a second, like, did it? Did Stannis take his frustration on not taking King's Landing out on Renly?
No. Renly died before the Battle of Blackwater Bay.
So I thought.
Yeah. Loris does have a substantial impact if for no other reason than bringing the Tyrells to Renly.
I mean,
So that merits a pretty high placement in B, if nothing else.
yeah, I'm thinking mid to high B.
Maybe, how about just below the two Mad Tyrants?
Alright.
Or, no, let's put him below Doran.
Know that you're not above Ario Hota on badass factor, Loris. You're only up there because you've had an impact. Ario Hota would split you in two.
Mm-hmm.
Lothar Brune. I honestly don't remember that name. Well, I remember
Lothar
the
Brune
name.
is one of the sellswords in Littlefinger's service.
Right.
He's one of the nicer ones, though.
Okay.
He does protect. He protects Sansa from one jackass bard who tries to assault her.
Some standards, at least.
Yep. And he also seems to be has a softer side than well. Sansa says of him, it is a common face but an honest one.
Fair.
So by sellsword standards, he's a good guy. And he does seem to be a more or less reasonable individual.
Mm.
He was part of the hands tourney at in book 1.
Oh.
Oh wow. He only gets knocked out by one of the Royce knights.
I'm still here in C, though.
Oh yeah, no, C is fine. But he is a decent character. So probably mid C, probably around Ilan Payne-ish.
I think below
Maybe a
Ilan
bit
Payne.
lower.
I'll say it below
Yeah.
Ilan Payne.
Do we put him above below Arsocart?
I'd say above. Lothar's still alive.
Mm-hmm. He didn't Leroy Jenkins himself or anything.
Didn't Leroy Jenkins his way into a big fuck-off axe?
Mm-hmm. Lewin, Maester Lewin.
Cool dude.
Very cool dude. Nice, supportive, tragic death.
Yep. So...
I believe he gets mercy killed by Osha.
Yeah, I think he gets stabbed in the gut by Iron Man, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has a really awful stomach wound, and Osha gives him the gift of mercy.
Yeah. But let's see. Badassery, more of a knowledge-based badassery. Certainly gave good counsel to all of the Lords of Winterfell, even Theon. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's Theon's full fault for not listening.
I mean, when does Theon listen to anything? Before the Reek thing.
And he listens to the severed remains of his penis.
Even castrated, he still listens to his dick.
Yep. Impact. Again, it gives good counsel, and the ones that listen to it do well.
Yeah, and he imparts good wisdom and knowledge to Bran.
Yeah. Interest? At this point, not really.
He is a kind maester, but not much else beyond that.
Yeah. And development, again, he's sort of at the end of his life. Not much development to be had.
Which is unfortunate, but And he still does have hints of the backstory. We just never get any look at it.
I'd find it interesting to see how he came to Winterfell.
Yeah, not a lot of maesters up north compared to like the rest of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah,
So I think he merits a low B tier.
yeah.
Probably around like Kevin.
Yeah, I was thinking below Kevin.
Sounds about right. Lyanna Stark. Talk about a
Lyanna
plot.
Stark. Oh boy.
We still have no idea what the fuck went on with her.
We
Beyond,
suspect that she fell in love
yes,
with
R
Rhaegar.
plus L equals J. Yes,
Yeah,
R plus L equals J.
we suspect that, and to be fair,
It
actually no.
probably
I
happened.
I think the show has pretty much confirmed it.
Yeah, because Benioff and Weiss got the job because they figured out what John's mother was. So they would not put that in the show because that'd be fucking imbecilic.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
To be fair, they are imbeciles, but that was before the true depths of their imbecility really occurred. What I will
the
say
whole R
though,
plus L equals J thing, it makes a lot of sense.
well, that's what I was about to say. Like, saying like, oh my god, they get my story because they know this theory, when it's such a big fit theory in the fandom, just doesn't seem like a good move. I don't know.
I think George was too generous.
Maybe. To be fair, they did a good job when there was source material.
Well, mostly a good job. Season 5 was very weak. That was mostly based on the books.
Well, let's be real. The latter, like Dance Dragons and
Feast for Crows.
Feast for Crows, weren't great.
Fair. At the same time, though, like,
And I think, to be
there
fair,
was to work with that they botched.
I'm more playing devil's advocate here. To be fair, they were probably at the point where they, had probably talked to Gurm and gone, so, how's Winds of Winter coming? Looks over the half-finished manuscript. We're going to have to write your ending for you, aren't we? Yes.
I believe he only gave them 3 plot points past the books, too.
Yeah.
It was hold the door, what happened with Shireen, and one other thing pertaining to the ending. We don't know which element of the ending it was.
Yeah. So, season 5 was probably them, starting to try and set things up for, where they wanted to go with it. Again, it's not a defense for how shitly they did it, but more of an explanation, certainly.
I mean, part of the issue was they cut out a lot of the minor stuff from the first few books.
Yeah.
So that kind of had a butterfly effect on their adaptations of books 4 and 5.
Yeah, but we've kind of gotten off track here.
Lyanna is A tier, I think.
Yeah, just on impact.
Like, between not just her impact, also what we know of her personality is also really interesting.
Yeah.
She's like Arya 1.0. The Arya before Arya.
Then she fell in love with a man and had a baby in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Well, we don't know the exact process by which that happens, to be fair.
I really hope that was the order it happened, because if it happened in the other way around, it's kind of bad for Rhaegar.
That's not what I meant. Oh, what I meant is, we don't know when or how she fell in love with him. We don't know if it was like insta-love, which it probably wasn't, or if it was more slow development from acquaintance.
Was it probably not insta-love? I feel like the timeline of events seems to indicate insta-love.
So, from what I can gather, Lyanna was probably the
Smiling Night?
the one who the Night of Laughing Tree.
Night of Laughing Tree.
So
yeah.
in searching for the knights, Rhaegar found Lyanna. They struck up a conversation, developed a bit of an attraction, and then they uh, met each other a few times over the next few days before Rhaegar crowned her Queen of Love and Beauty.
Okay, it's good that they had at least, you know, two or three few conversations. Still not a great, you know, foundation to tear the kingdom
Oh,
apart.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. But also, keep in mind, she was a very hot-headed and impulsive person, and she very much did not love her fiance.
Leroy Jenkins her way into destroying the kingdom.
I mean, I don't think she intended that. I've seen this theory that Rhaegar basically staged a kidnapping of her to force her brother to acknowledge that he had knocked up Sharadane, and things went horribly wrong when Brandon Stark blew things out of proportion, and then Aerys murdered him and his father.
Sorry, I was snickering during that because I was just imagining. I was just imagining Lyanna and Rhaegar having sex, and Lyanna just yelling Leroy Jenkins as she came.
Oh, that is too funny.
Oh
Okay.
God, I'm a bad person.
Yeah, Leona has a lot of intrigue to her, and she does
Yeah.
have such a fiery personality.
Oh,
I believe she belongs in A.
yeah, I can agree.
Should we put her above Cersei just for shits and giggles?
I would, but I'm also like quite conscious of the fact we are just grouping the women together.
Yeah, no. I do believe we should put her. Let's put her just above Braun.
Yeah. Strong Bellas rules again.
I love Strong Belwas, alright?
Uh,
He's fantastic.
Sir Lynn Corbray. He's a dick, isn't he?
I believe he is. Let's look. Ah, yes.
Like there's Yon Royce and Lynn Corbray. Yon is decent. Corbray is a dick.
Yes. I also believe he was paid off by Littlefinger.
Yeah, he's very much in Littlefinger's pocket.
Yep. Oh yeah, he plays the part of the hot-headed asshole against Littlefinger when Littlefinger is trying to win an advantage during a parlay.
Yeah, that's right. I remember. Yeah.
Well, you can give him points for acting at least.
Unfortunately, not one of the criteria.
Fair enough. I mean, that would go under interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think he has a Valyrian steel sword.
He does.
Lady Forlorn, which is a cool name.
Yeah, but it's like the reason it's called that is such a douchey reason.
Why is it called Lady Forlorn?
Again, I will preface this that I might be thinking of fan fiction again. It's a genuine possibility, but it might have the sword might have a wiki page if you want to check that while I'm
looking at it
digging my
right now.
grave. It's something like.
Okay, so it's actually named after an ancient Andal sword that I don't believe they know the reason for the name. So they named it after a famous ancient sword.
Right, that wasn't the reason I was going to say, but I'll say it anyway. Like, named it because of all the, like, widows he lives, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was.
No, Joffrey named his Valyrian sword Widow's Wail because it was going to leave widows. Because Joffrey's an asshole.
Either way, whatever I'm thinking of, it's not canon.
Yeah. Yeah, Lynn Corbray, kind of a colossal asshole, but kind of a badass.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's quite competent.
Yeah, he is considered a master swordsman. You don't get to wield a Valyrian steel sword if you're not good with it.
Joffrey.
Most of the time, you don't get to wield a Valyrian steel sword unless you're good with it.
Just that silence.
But yeah,
Just that silence, and you're
Speaking
like, damn.
somewhere in here, probably.
uh,
Let's put him just below Lothar.
just
Or
below
maybe
who?
below Aris. Below Aris Oakheart.
Oh wow, that's real low for what a.
You think he deserves higher?
Let's say his dickheadedness is taking him down.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, Lysa Arryn.
Had an impact. Can't deny that.
He is the biggest yandere in this series, besides maybe Littlefinger,
Yeah.
who she is yandere for. Where do we put Lysa Arryn?
I'm thinking somewhere in B. We put John Arryn in B because of his badassedness and reputation, but also the massive impact he caused by starting the his death, kickstarting the main plot. Lysa Arryn caused that death, so she's got this same amount of impact. But also, she was the one to write to Catelyn. And get her involved. Can we call a lack of an impact an impact? Because she very specifically kept the Vale Knights out of the war.
Yeah, kind of. Like Boomy says, neutral Jing is still a thing.
Yeah. That said, we know she was doing this because of Littlefinger.
Yeah, she was manipulated, but she did hold the authority to do so.
Right.
And did have the means.
Yeah.
I still can't put her terribly high in B just because, as impactful as she was still manipulated into doing a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. And development and interestingness are not high.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're in.
Kind of want to put it below Big Dick Penrose.
Yeah, seems fair.
In part, just
Penrose
because I like
basically
saying that name.
Penrose is basically the inverse of a minor character with little impact, but one hell of an impression.
Yeah. Oh, Mace Tyrell.
Mace Tyrell is kind of like the puppet for Olenna, if we're being real. We will get to Olenna.
Yeah,
but Mace does not have her clout.
The dude who portrays him in the show is just such a good job.
Oh, perfect casting. Absolute perfect
wonderful casting.
Yeah, he's a bit of an oaf.
Yeah. He lay siege to Storm's End during the rebellion, though, as Olenna said, he more laid siege to the buffet table than the actual castle.
Yeah, no, the one who was executing that siege was definitely Randall Tarley.
Mm. I wonder if Tarly even stuck around very long, or if he just gave some orders, told Mace not to fuck it up, and left, and then Mace proceeded to fuck it up because Davos got in.
Entirely possible.
Like, Randall's like, okay, they're only gonna last like 3 weeks, as long as you don't fuck up and let them have food. Comes back 4 weeks later. The fuck did you do, Tyrell?
Mm-hmm. He is amusing, at the very least, but...
See?
C tier, yeah. Look, his mom is going to be a lot higher than he is.
Yeah.
And for damn good reason. But we'll get into that later. We're in C. Because he is amusing and he does occasionally have moments of insight.
Yeah, I'll give him that. That takes him out of Archibald territory.
Yeah. Somewhere in the middle of C seems about right.
Yeah. Above Hilarious and
Fine by me.
Mance Raider. Talk about a big impact. Without him, all we have is a bunch of dead wildlings turned into whites.
Yep. So I'm gonna just say he goes an A.
Because he is a badass as well, because he did it through ass kicking.
Yeah, he is a charismatic badass who united the fractious wildlings. And also, he's apparently a damn good singer, too.
Yeah. Sorry, he's reminding me of the character Hugh Laurie played in Blackadder, the second one. I can't remember what the title is. The second Blackadder series, where it's like says to God, I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've actually watched it, but it's basically like he's a master of disguise, but he's never in disguise as what they think he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like at one point, he's like, "Do you remember that maid you slept with while with a sheep in the room? You're not. Yes, I was that sheep." So something like that. I can't remember the full joke, but it's just that just like reminds me. It's like you were at the banquet. Yes. Do you remember the so and so? Yes. I was the rock beside so and so. That just amuses me. Yeah.
Yeah, master of disguise, charismatic leader, incredible badass. He's great.
I'm gonna say just below Aegon.
Yeah. One of those great leader types.
Yeah. Because he doesn't quite have the success rate of Aegon, but you know, give him props still.
Yep.
Sir Mandon Moore, if I recall correctly, he was the one who cut Tyrion and got fucking murked by Podrick.
Pod, yes. Yes, he is. So C tier.
Yeah.
We're getting murked by a squire. A badass squire, but a squire nonetheless.
Dickhead in this level sort of takes him down a bit as well. Sure, we don't want
C or high D.
I'm thinking D, yeah.
Well, he wasn't as much of a direct asshole as Trance or Blount were.
We haven't. I don't think Blount was on here.
Nope, but Trant is. We'll
Trant
get to
is.
him
Oh,
soon.
we'll get to Merrin fucking Trant.
Now, if I recall correctly, Trant is made more awful in the TV show.
He is because we don't get the scene where he beats little girls in the books.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yes,
beyond his beating of Sansa.
Mandon Moore, I believe he also does beat Sansa, so he goes in D tier.
Mandon Moore? He's not on here, is he? Oh, Mandon Moore,
We literally
yeah.
just placed him.
Yeah, but... I thought we'd already placed him. It confused me that we were going back to him.
No, he's fine where he is.
I thought we were moving on. I was like, Mandon Moore's not on there. What are you talking about?
Should we put him above Bowen Marsh or below Bowen Marsh?
Below. Bowen Marsh is a traitor, but he doesn't beat
At least
little
he
girls.
believes he's doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah, he's just a misguided idiot.
Mm-hmm. Marjorie
Marjorie
Tyrell,
Tyrell.
one of the best players of the game in the series.
Yeah. Still alive as well. Though
Yep.
in jail.
Yeah.
Religious jail at
Here's
that.
hoping. Yeah. Here's hoping she manages to find a way out of her predicament.
Um, so, badassery in terms of politicking.
She is a political savant.
I do think we need to, take points away for managing to be somewhat outmaneuvered by Cersei, even if it wasn't a fucking kamikaze.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, she had no way of knowing Cersei would pull such an idiotic move.
I'm sure she considered was like, no, she can't be that much of an idiot.
But
Only
also,
a
like,
fool would do this.
she actually uses a good publicity to gain advantage in court, which is definitely a plus. Definitely a point in her favor.
Is she not out on bail?
I believe she's in custody of Kevin Lannister. Yes.
Yeah.
Or no, Randall Tarley. She's in Tarley's custody.
Tarly's custody. I mean, if it was Kevin, it wouldn't be Kevin for very long.
No, Cersei's in Kevin's custody.
Sorry, I'm just imagining now, like, two of the warrior sons just taking Marjorie, knocking on Kevin's door and opening it and going, so Kevin, you've got Marjorie Tyrell to remand into your custody. Oh no, he's dead. Oh, he's dead. Oh.
I know. Tarley took custody of Marjorie. But yeah, Marjorie's still a very savvy player of the game.
Yes.
I do think she deserves a slight point docking for kind of abandoning Sansa after Sansa's wedding to Tyrion, but at the same time, she probably didn't really have much of a choice because Sansa had become a political liability, and she was trying to, play the game.
High B.
I'd say A.
Low A then.
Yeah, low A. For a character who doesn't actually have any real perspective on what she's really up to, she is a pretty damn good player of the game. Also, she has one hell of a great speech to Cersei in towards the tail end of book 4, where she calls Cersei out for being a bitch.
Fair enough. Where in A do you want to put her?
As funny as it will be to put her above Cersei, I don't think she's quite as developed as Cersei.
Not as developed, not as much impact.
Mm-hmm. I'd say put her between Bronn and Gendry.
I kind of want to put Gendry above her just because of the whole orphanage thing.
There.
Gendry is making El Generico proud.
Yes.
You don't know.
You
don't know who El Generico is, do you?
Who's El Generico?
He is a wrestler who is somewhat of a I won't say mythical figure, but memed figure. Because he was in a luchador mask, and then someone who looked basically the exact same but without the luchador mask signed with WWE. But people still joke that they're different people. And that El Generico is retired and is looking after orphans in Tijuana.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Marillion. Did he get his tongue cut out or his fingers cut off?
Trying to remember. I'm pretty sure he got tortured into admitting that he killed Lysa.
Oh, that dude. Okay.
Yeah, he's also the dude who tries to force himself on Sansa.
Oh, okay, that dude. Okay.
Well, one of several characters, but he's the bard who tries to do it.
I'm thinking E tier for the rape.
Oh, yeah. Tempted.
He's not that interesting, impactful, or developed enough to get away with that.
Uh-huh.
Anything that could save him from E? Take him up to a D?
Not really. I'm pretty sure he's dead, though. Yep, he's dead.
Eh. Okay, I do not know who this fuck is.
Marwyn the Mage, one of the Archmaesters of the Citadel.
Ah. What does he do?
He meets Sam briefly and then fucks off to find Daenerys.
Good for him, I guess. Still thinking C.
Okay, so, oh shit, he's the one who taught Miriam Azdur about anatomy.
Okay.
And he also apparently is someone that Qyburn admires.
Okay, this is the interestingness is going up.
He is the only maester who actually believes in magic. And he is the Archmaester of magic. He doesn't appear until, I believe, Sam's last chapter of Feast for Crows. And then he's like, yeah, I'm going off to meet Daenerys. Sam, you keep quiet about Daenerys and her dragons, finish your studies, and get back to the wall ASAP.
Sounds like a decent dude, to be fair.
Yep. Oh, and he also implies that there is a conspiracy of maesters who are trying to snuff out magic.
Well, they're not doing a fucking good job of it.
Nope.
So what I'm hearing mid-C from that.
Yeah, he is a very fascinating character, but we've seen very little of him. And we know very little of him. I'd say probably around Mace Tyrell-ish, maybe above him.
I think above him.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Don't
like
put him
like
any
to
higher?
point. I just like to point out that in my mind, Archibald Ironwood Ironwood is where I'm starting with all of these. Like in my mind, and just like the criteria just moves them up.
Mm-hmm.
Mirror
Reed. He's a fun one.
More badass than a brother, slightly less interesting.
I mean, I do want to give her props for being a woman warrior in Westeros, of all places.
You did say warrior, right?
Not
you did say warrior, right?
Yeah, warrior.
Okay, it sort of sounded like you said lawyer.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
Like, I didn't know she'd passed the bar.
Her being a lawyer would be great. Not gonna lie, but no.
Be somewhat less useful to Bran and his group.
Objection! Leave the witness! But yeah, Mira Reed is still a fun character.
Yeah.
Also, it's cute that Bran has a crush on her. But yeah, I do think Mira could stand for more development, because she is less interesting than her brother.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, actual, potential.
What happens to her in the show?
She just kind of gets ridden out after she brings Bran back to Winterfell.
Yeah, so what I was thinking. Yeah. Oh well.
I kind of wish the show had done more with her, but at the same time, they probably would have killed her off.
Yeah.
Because D&D are a bunch of hacks. Don't know what to do with the character? Kill them off. Or have them fuck around until the final season of the show, for no goddamn reason.
Hey, fuck you, that's how Tormund survived.
I was talking about Braun.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Mira. I think she's a pretty solid B tier.
Yeah, okay, I can agree with that.
Question is where in B tier?
I would say somewhere around Greywind, Gren, or Grey Worm.
Let's not break up the alliteration. Now let's put her right above Greywind.
There we go.
All right, Melisandre.
Melisandre.
This character is utterly fascinating.
Yeah. So
I do absolutely love that she can be what's the word? That she can be wrong with her prophecies. She knows it, and yet she is still trying her damnedest to figure out how to make the prophecies she's seeing fit with what she is trying to preach.
mhm.
Also, she's probably going to revive Jon Snow.
Yeah. So let's go through. Um,
She's Stannis's one of Stannis's chief advisors.
yep. Impact wise, um,
She is basically our introduction to the faith of R'hllor.
all praise him. Do you think without R'hllor, Stannis would have had an easier time getting support?
Probably, but at the same time, R'hllor is also one of the few proven deities in the setting. If by no other means than Melisandre's magic and Thoros' magic.
Um, I mean, it allows him to take care of Renly easily. Allows him to take back
Yep.
Storm's End. Um, again, you wouldn't be able to do any of this without Melisandre, so that's this is big impacts. It's on Melisandre's advice that he goes to the wall and goes up north.
Yeah, and it works.
Actually, was it?
No, I think Davos actually.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Again, fan fiction is rotting my brain.
She does encourage Stannis to use a lot of human sacrifice.
Yeah, that doesn't
help
the case.
She is a very interesting and cryptic character, and
Yeah.
also the only native of a Shy that we know of.
Hmm. Okay,
also,
so
apparently, based on her POV chapter, she used to be a slave.
Okay, so I don't know if it'll say this or not, but did Melisandre ever encourage Stannis to fight the true enemy up north?
I believe so. She did mention about the War of the Dawn against the Great Other.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was right.
Also, she's definitely a lot older than she looks.
Oh, 100%. I actually saw something that pointed out that she might actually be around for the events of House of the Dragon.
That is possible. She might just be that old.
Should be a neat little cameo if they could get Carice Van Houten, I think it was, back.
Yeah. I mean, the issue is, like, finding a way to fit her into the narrative in a way that's organic. Because I don't think there's really any mention of the Red Faith coming, any Red Priest coming to Westeros before Thoros.
Yeah. Oh, Thoros. Is he on this list?
He should be. Yes, he is.
Good. Good. I like Thoros.
Melisandre, though, I think she's a pretty solid B, if not an A. Just because of the intrigue surrounding her and how incredibly just powerful she seems to be.
I think the part of a cult and human sacrifices take her out of A.
Fair. Still a high B, though.
Yeah.
Where do we want to put her in B is a question.
Above Jorah?
Sounds good to me. Captain Maribald. He has a neat little speech about broken men.
Hasn't done much else, has he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a very minor character.
What I'm hearing is Archibald levels.
Yes.
above Jacelyn Bywater?
Probably.
Merritt Frey. Which fucking Frey is this?
There's so many fucking
I
Freys.
know there are so many fucking Freys.
Merritt Frey, Merritt Frey. Oh, he is the POV character in the epilogue for Storm Swords. He gets hanged by Lady Stoneheart.
Good. Anything else?
He is a British man who. Oh, okay. So he.
I thought you said British man.
No, brutish.
I mean, functionally the same at this point of history.
But yeah, he did not get knighted because he got his head got fucked up during the fight against the Kingswood Brotherhood. So he developed migraines and became an alcoholic, and he is an asshole.
Or is there anything to take him lower?
So he is basically assigned to drink Great John under the table, and he fails.
If he'd
So
succeeded, that was
during the Red Wedding, right?
If he'd succeeded, I'd say that's E-worthy, but seeing as he didn't, because Great John's a fucking badass, I'm still saying low D.
Yeah. We're in D. Like, probably...
Put him above Little Walder.
Yeah. Little Walder is a little shit.
Merrin fucking Trant.
Asshole.
Not as much of an asshole of the show, but still an asshole. Yeah. What was he doing in the books then, other than just beat Sansa?
Not really all that much.
Did he still kill Syrio? Or supposedly kill Syrio?
Yes.
That's definitely D-worthy.
Uh-huh.
Killing a beloved character is worse than trying to kill a beloved character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Where in D, though? Above or below Janos Slits? Bill?
I'm thinking. Below.
I mean, I think we should put him higher than Janos because Janos is one of the ones who betrayed Ned.
That's a good point. I forgot about that. Forgot that Janos did that. Also, we've been going for nearly 2 hours and we're still only on M.
We will probably be able to make it to P by hour 3.
Miri Mazda.
If we speed it up a little bit.
Miri Mazda.
Fascinating character, even if she's only around for a book. But she's Daenerys about the importance of sacrifice.
And not trusting weird witch women.
Yep.
Who, have been taken slave.
Yep. Yeah, Bir Mazdur. Probably a pretty solid B tier because of her impact. She's the reason Drogo dies.
Yeah.
And also the reason that Dany's child is stillborn.
And the reason the dragons are born.
Yep. So probably like high C, low B.
Yeah. Above Elia Martell.
Sure.
Miss Sunday.
Miss Sunday. She is not as prominent in the books as she is in the show, but she's still a sweetheart.
She is. Didn't save it from C tier, but yeah.
Won't save her from C tier?
Yeah. Well, unless you can tell me anything that would.
I can't think of anything.
I'm
And she's just a little babby.
I'm saying stick her around with the other handmaidens then, but I'll say
She
above.
is more. I put her a few spaces above, if only because she does have a history of being a freed slave and also being incredibly well versed in multiple languages,
Fair.
and also just being a sweetheart. Oh yeah, she helps out Barristan in taking control of Marine while when Danny zoinks out with Drogon.
All right, that does bring her up. Where do you think then?
Probably around Edric, somewhere in that ballpark.
Which Edric?
Edric Storm.
All right. Mokoro.
Above or below him?
I went with above.
Okay. Mokora is another red priest.
Which one is he?
He's the one with Victarion who turns his arm into a firearm.
Holy shit! What?
Yeah, Victarion gets an infected wound on his one of his arms, so Mokoro burns out the infection and roids out Victarion's arm.
What fucking book is this?
Death Dragons.
Uh,
You skimmed through Victarion's chapters, didn't you?
I don't remember. It was a while ago.
I don't blame you.
I've only read that shit once. Dance of Dragons and Feast of Crows is what I'm weakest on.
Completely fair. I have only read each of the books once, though. I have wiki dived repeatedly, so.
It's also my weakest because the show didn't cover a lot of the stuff in those two. Certainly, if it wasn't part of the main plot line, and B, by the time my fanfiction got to that point of the story, things had changed significantly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Firearm seems cool.
Yeah. Also, he appears to at least be puffing up Victarion's ego so that he's probably going to die.
Plus,
It's probably
Victarion, while a badass, is kind of misogynistic, if I recall correctly.
Yep. I mean, Victarion's trying to planning to force Daenerys to marry him, place of Euron. So, yeah, kind of an asshole. He deserves it.
Yeah.
Anyways, Mokoro seems pretty neat for a fairly minor character.
Cool factor, I think, alone takes him up to high C.
Yep.
If he'd managed to get Victarion killed, that would be a B easily, but since he hasn't managed it just yet.
Look, Victarion's dumb enough that he's probably going to try to tame one of Daenerys' dragons, and he's going to die in the process.
Cool.
Where would we put Mokoro?
Around Refuge and Audacity or Rainwaters?
Yeah, let's put him right below Orain.
God, C tier is so big.
To be
Septim
fair, that's like the
Mordain.
average tier.
Yeah, Septim Mordain. This is a C tier if ever I saw one.
She is the Septa who teaches Sansa.
I feel like she's still going in the tragic death section of C.
Yep. Where would that be?
Like right near the bottom. You got the sheer ones that are so boring they barely even matter. Then the ones whose tragic deaths made them slightly more interesting.
Ordain, I think, would go in the tragic death section, yeah. Probably, let's put her below Maribel, then.
Alright.
Who the fuck is Mord?
He is the jailer at the Eyrie.
Oh,
That fucking dude.
that creepy fucker.
Now, I have some respect for him in that he got gold out of a Lannister.
Yeah, that is pretty clever.
I mean, it it wasn't cleverness. It was leverage, which wasn't even really Maud's fault, but
Yep,
I'm just gonna say, it's enough to take him above Archibald for me.
that is fair.
I mean, unless you tell me that he's a
Oh,
dick, like based on his
he
wiki.
also tortures Aurelian. Which, you know,
Mid-C.
fair.
Mid-C. Mid-C for that. Tortures a rapist, got money out of a Lannister. That's pretty good for him.
Are we gonna condone torture like that?
Yes.
I guess we are. uh, probably below Lynn Corbett then.
I was gonna put him below Aris.
Okay, that's fine. It's literally one spot.
Yeah. Moore's Umber. He's the dickhead Umber, isn't he? No, is he?
No.
No, he's
No,
the
there
good
is no
Umber.
dickhead Umber. There are no dickhead Umbers. The only dickhead Umbers are in the show because they fucked it up.
Really? Oh.
Also, I don't see his brother on here. I'm surprised Forsbane isn't on this list. Yeah, there are two Umber brothers who are the uncles to Great John. Moore's Crowfood and Hawthor Forsbane.
Crow's Food is a pretty cool nickname.
Yep. And he has a cool ass eye patch.
Does look pretty cool. And he's wearing like a polar bear headdress.
Yeah, it is a polar bear headdress.
Takes him up to mid-C in my book.
Oh, and he swore to Stannis the Manus.
That's right. Yeah, he is allied there, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. So he's helping out with the upcoming Battle of Winterfell. That'll be fun.
Mm. So I'm still saying sort of mid-C.
Mm-hmm.
Above Mace Tyrell.
Above Mace Tyrell.
Mia Stone. One of Robert Baratheon's bastards.
Mm-hmm.
The first bastard, if I recall correctly. Yeah.
The oldest that we know of.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's apparently the eldest. She is a full 21 years old.
So she's nice to Sansa, isn't she?
Yep. She is. Oh, she's the path guide who helps guide both Catelyn and quote unquote Elaine up to the Vale.
Yeah. Does she have much more of an impact than that?
Not much. She does have kind of a small tragic love story with one of the sons of House Redfort, who is forced into an arranged marriage, despite the fact that the two of them like each other.
Sucks to be them.
Yep. Yeah, she seems like a pretty pretty nice character.
Yeah.
And also, I do appreciate that she actually has a job.
I appreciate that she was nice to Sansa.
Mm-hmm.
Sansa does not get a lot of that.
Yep. Oh, and she's also one of the characters who dresses who is a tomboy type.
Hmm. Above Ilaria-san then in C tier.
Should be fine. Maybe a bit higher. Maybe next to her half brother.
Alright.
Just below Edric, because Edric has more plot impact.
Yeah. Miranda Royce, also Vale's storyline. Also nice to Sansa.
Yep. She's a lot more body. Oh yeah, I remember her. She was married to an elderly dude, and he died in the middle of their first night together, like right in the middle of it. And she makes jokes about it years after the fact, or rather, she doesn't mind talking about it at all.
Suppose you got to make jokes.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I mean, she's just a pretty fun character.
Hmm.
Oh, also, oh, never mind. Not really a big deal.
I'm still.
She's nicknamed Mary Miranda.
Okay. I'm thinking somewhere around Mace Tyrell.
Yeah, that's fine. She's one of the Vale characters who isn't all that bad.
Yeah. Again, the Vale storyline is still pretty much in its infancy at the moment, isn't it? Hasn't been a massive amount or massive chance to.
I really hope that Gurm actually gives it enough room to breathe and develop in wins. Yeah. Myrcella.
Myrcella Baratheon, aka Myrcella Lannister.
Mm-hmm.
Is she dead yet? No, she's scarred. Scarred, that's right, yeah.
She got mutilated by Dickface, I mean Darkstar.
Edgy fuck.
Yep. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Probably the least plot relevant of the Baratheon Lannister kids so far, but she's still like very plot relevant and will likely be in the future.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she and Tommen seem to be mostly fated to die. I kind of hope she doesn't die, but it seems unlikely that she'll survive given all the prophecy stuff.
I was gonna say I thought they'd all been prophesied to die.
Yep, they all had them.
Gold are their crowns, gold are their shrouds.
Yep. So it's likely she will be the last of them to die.
Lucky her. Yeah, lucky her, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say mid-high C.
Though
she doesn't have a lot of development, but
she's technically a princess, which does also get something of a crown. So,
yes.
Who knows if Maggie the Frog is the discerning type when it comes to jewelry for monarchs?
Myrcella does have a nice little relationship with her betrothed too, with Trystane.
Yeah.
For once, an arranged marriage between two people of about the same age. Sound a bit tired, Mil?
I am a bit tired, yeah.
Let's do a bit of lightning round here, then. Where do we want to put her? Mid-C? High C?
About Ilaria.
Ilaria seems about right. Put her between Ilaria and Mace.
Yeah.
Nestor Royce, who is Miranda's father.
He's the Steward Royce, isn't he?
Yeah, he's High Steward.
Does he do anything noteworthy?
No, he's apparently very dedicated to House Aaron.
Does he do anything noteworthy?
Not to my knowledge.
Sounds like an Archibald level. I'll put him a bit higher. Uh,
Yeah.
maybe around Harry Strickland.
Yeah, let's put him right below Harry. Go little Harry.
Homeless Harry Strickland. Nymeria Sand, one of the sand snakes.
Mm-hmm.
She done anything interesting?
She was part of the. I believe she was part of Ariane's plot.
That dumbass plot?
Oh wow. She is apparently quite openly bi because she was sleeping with a pair of twin sisters when she learned about her father's death.
You know what? Threesome takes her up. I'll give her that.
Yeah. Oh, and instead of advocating for open war like some of her siblings, she just wants to straight up assassinate Tywin.
Not being
Which, you know
politically
what?
stupid.
Fair.
Yeah, can't blame her for wanting to assassinate Tywin. A lot of people do.
Yeah. Oh, she wasn't involved in Arya's plot.
She
And that was her
wasn't. Okay.
sister.
Still thinking mid-C.
Mm-hmm.
Stick her at least above Aris.
Let's stick her a few rows, like a row or two above Eris. Fucking lost track of our. There's so many people in C tier.
Maybe below Aleras.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Possibly sibling. Almost certainly
Yep.
sibling. Let's be honest. Just reversing the name was not subtle.
Yeah. To be fair, a
Nymeria.
lot of Westerosi people are not going to recognize that. Nymeria, a big ass direwolf leading a big ass wolf pack.
Yep.
That is almost certainly going to come into play later.
And actually stick around in the books because they don't have to worry about CG budget.
Mm-hmm. I'd say A tier.
Yeah.
I love a girl boss direwolf, right?
Girl boss, gatekeep,
Question is,
gaslight.
Yep. Where in A tier?
I would
Maybe
say
put her next to her brother Ghost.
I would say below Drogon.
That's fine. We still have three cool pets next to each other.
Yeah. Obarasand.
Obarasand. Good old warmongering Obara.
Obarasand.
All the Sand Snakes are warmongers, to be fair.
Yeah. Reminds me of Obama Snow, which
Yeah, Obara is.
which I called Obama Snow.
Yeah, Obara is the oldest of Ring's bastards, and also the most warrior-ish of them. He's also apparently very hot-tempered.
Hot-blooded, check it and see. Got a fever of 103. Yep.
God damn it. Yeah, C is fine.
Come on, you can do more than dance.
Let's not waste time. Let's not take a chance. So where in...
So what does she actually do?
Not much. She just meets with Doran, demands vengeance, and threatens to burn Old Town to the ground because she hates her hometown, which is Old Town.
All right. Seems a bit of an overreaction, but you know.
And she's part of the hunt to find Dark Star and kill him.
I'll give her props for bad acidness, which I think.
Yes.
All right, let's say above Ilaria Sand.
Sure thing. And we just keep bumping Ilaria down.
You're not that interesting in the books. Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper of Dawn.
S tier.
I'm sorry, his dumbass move has to take him down to high A.
Fine.
I'm sorry.
But he's
If he'd actually managed to fucking beat the mountain, yeah, he's going in S tier. But he was a dumbass and got his head explode.
to be fair, he did doom the mountain too.
He did. I'll give him that. But Pyrrhic victory is still Pyrrhic.
Yeah, okay, fine. Mountain still died in agonizing and deserved death.
Yes. That's why he's in A tier.
Yes. Well, also just because he's a cool badass who is also morally gray, which is fun.
Mm-hmm. So
you don't use poison as a weapon if you are a nice dude.
Yeah. I've put him below Donald Noy because while Oberyn may have slain a mountain of a man or a giant of a man, Donald actually slew a giant.
Fair enough.
With one arm, damn it! With one arm.
He didn't even have to use poison to do it either.
Yeah. Again, Pyrrhic victories keep you in A.
Old man. Kind of just the storyteller character.
Expositor for the long night,
lady.
Basically.
Yeah. The long night speech is pretty fucking rad, to be fair.
Alright. Sounds more interesting than anything the handmaidens did.
Yeah, let's put her right below Crescent.
Olenna Tyrell, the
S
Queen of Thorns.
S tier.
She's still alive, isn't she?
She is. And she is a badass old lady who does not take shits.
Is some of this coloured by God, what was the actress's name again?
Diana Rigg.
Diana Rigg's performance.
Some of it is, but no, she is still fucking snarky as hell in the books, and she is a magnificent bitch of a manipulator.
I mean, she kills Joffrey. That's at least B or A tier.
No, but she is the brains behind House Tyrell.
She's the brains behind most of the anti-Lannister factions.
Yeah.
Considering most of the rest of them don't have brains.
Yeah. No. She
Certainly
is...
Yeah.
She is just absolutely brilliant, which is great.
Bottom of S tier, then?
Bottom of S tier.
Osha. Still alive. Still kicking.
Her death in the show is really bullshit.
Yeah.
Just gonna say it.
I mean, most of that stuff was bullshit.
Everything with Ramsay in the show is bullshit after a couple seasons of him. Just gets really annoying and really hard, irritatingly persistent.
Well, it very much felt like they were just.
They're making excuses to keep him around.
I'm not even talking about that. It very much felt like they were just cutting the character list and using him as a way to do it.
Not very intelligently. Osha, I think she deserves B tier. Badass lady who protects Rickon and helps with his direwolf.
What else is? Yeah, that's probably just about enough to get a B tier.
And she's a wildling who winds up swearing loyalty to this shark.
I was gonna say development is good because she's a wildling who initially doesn't care about anything other than getting south, ends up really protecting Rickon. Yeah, so B tier.
Where in B?
Below the 3Gs or above the 3Gs?
Let's put her below the 3Gs. Right above Edmure.
Yep. I can't put... I suppose I put Kevin below Edmure, and Kevin is very competent. Yeah, whatever. We can go through it at the end and see what to do. The Kettle Black brothers. So we start with Osfrid.
Mm,
All of these are jackasses of some description.
looking for him right now. So Osfrid is, I believe, the oldest. I think.
Hmm.
No, I think Osmond is the oldest, actually.
Either way, they're hedge knights, if I remember correctly.
Uh, hmm.
I think at least one of them has sex with Cersei.
I believe that's Osmond.
Actually, two of them might have had sex with Cersei.
I know. I'm pretty sure it's Osmond and maybe Osney.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all knighted after Blackwater.
Does Osfrid do anything?
I'm looking right now.
Um,
Hmm.
so after that, we've got just over a row to go. We're going to stop at the
Yep.
queues.
Yep. You want to do the queues or stop before the queues?
Stop before the queues.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't look like Osprey really does much beyond participating in the Blackwater and getting knighted. And
Alright.
Cersei falsely confesses sleeping with all three of the Kettle Blacks.
Oh, it's on
But
Cersei's head. I'm sticking him at Archibald level.
yep.
Osmond.
Osmond's the one who sleeps with Cersei, and he's the Kingsguard one.
Does sleeping with Cersei move him higher or lower down the list?
Good question. I mean, he is an asshole, to be fair.
He is specifically an asshole. Like there is actual asshole behavior from him, because I'll take anything to put him in D.
Um, he doesn't really do much besides banging Cersei and getting to join the Kingsguard.
Alright.
No, Osney is the real jackass of the group.
Alright. What does Osney do?
He basically let's see, he falsely confesses to seducing Marjorie, to the High Sparrow, and I believe, yep, Osney implicates Cersei in the death of the previous High Septon, and also confesses to sleeping with Cersei. So Cersei did sleep with him.
I'd say D below Harold Harding then.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also he murdered the previous High Septon.
Yeah. Now here's
And
an
that's not far back.
Yeah, here's an interesting one. Patchface.
Patchface is a really interesting character, yeah.
Because his prophecies have probably a better success rate than Melisandre's at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody's listening to him because he looks a bit weird.
I mean, yeah, he kind of does.
Oh, yeah. Also, listening to jesters in this day and age? So in terms of actual interestingness, I think I'd put him low B.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very fascinating character. Development and impact, not really. I don't think he's really done anything with any real impact.
Mm-hmm. He has not.
Yeah. So, right at the bottom of B.
Yeah, sounds about right. Hate.
Pate is the
One of
one
the
who got
many.
is the prologue character who got murdered, right?
Yeah. Well, all the prologue characters die,
Sucks to be them.
but Pate is the novice at the Citadel who gets killed and replaced by Jaqen, probably.
Yeah. What I'm hearing is C.
Yeah. Let's see.
Did he express any dickish opinions while he's alive?
Not really. He's friends with Alaris and a few others, but beyond that,
Uh, how tragic are we feeling about his death?
not particularly because okay, so he's trying to earn a single gold coin to claim a serving girl's virginity. That's fun.
Would the serving
Lovely.
girl be willing?
Eh.
Oh, either way, well, that's. I'll put him below Jocelyn Bywater.
Mm-hmm.
Paxter Redwine, leader of the Redwine fleet.
I mean, leading a fleet on its own is a pretty good thing.
Yeah.
Not much else going on with him.
Cool. I'll give him he's leading his own fleet, which takes him out of Archibald territory.
Mm-hmm.
What a random place you want to put him.
I mean, low Nestor. Or above Nestor. Above Nestor.
Alright. Seems about as good a place as any. Penny.
Aw, she's such a sweetheart.
Yeah, Tyrion doesn't deserve her.
He really doesn't.
He is understandably bitter, but, you know, he shouldn't take it out on her.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we think?
I mean, she definitely gets a lot of sympathy points because she goes through a lot of shit.
Yeah. But, does she have much impact?
Not really.
Sort of along for the Tyrion ride, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Don't think she has that much development. And is she all that interesting?
I mean, kinda.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, she does have she is dealing with the grief of losing her brother, who was murdered because of the bounty out on Tyrion.
That adds an interesting wrinkle to their relationship.
Mm-hmm. And she does tag along with them, and apparently, yeah, she just helps out, helps Tyrion and Jorah out on their journey.
So, just above Miranda, below Moors?
That's fine to me.
Peter
Teacher is very full.
Peter Baelish, Littlefinger.
Good old middle finger. I like calling him middle finger because he basically fucks everyone over.
Yeah. Without lube.
So, yep. Raw and hard. But yeah, Littlefinger is one of the foremost chess masters in the series. But he doesn't quite make Magnificent Bastard territory based on how creepy he is.
Yeah, the creepiness takes him down a tier.
Yeah, if he was a full-fledged magnificent bastard, a la like Varys or Olenna, he would be an S tier. But he's a creepazoid, and also he's the reason that Jane winds up with the Boltons, and he apparently made sure she was trained very well. So yeah, that's some really fucked up shit.
I'm saying put him above Cersei because at least he's competent in his evil.
Yes. Oh, he's a vile person, but he is much more competent than Cersei.
Yeah. Podrick, sex god Pain.
To be fair, that's not from the books, but it is still hilarious.
Actually, looking at it, there's only 4 cues. Let's get through the cues.
Yeah, let's do that too. All right, Podrick. S tier, obviously. The best squire. uh, honestly though, like A or B tier.
So
Podrick is a loyal, dedicated young
Yeah.
squire, also surprisingly badass.
I was gonna say he's surprisingly badass. He killed Mandon Moore.
Yeah, he killed the fucking Kingsguard. As much as we're getting more shit for it, like Pod gets an achievement out of it because he killed a Kingsguard.
Look, if fucking if Ned and Howland Reed are able to get the kudos for stabbing Arthur Dane in the back, Podrick can get some for stabbing Mandon Moore in the back.
To be fair to them, Arthur Dane is a much more formidable opponent than Mandon Moore.
But you know, Podrick is just a simple squire.
You're right. You're right.
Ned at that point was Lord of Winterfell.
Yes. The new Lord of Winterfell.
Yeah.
But he had been at war for a year or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pod, I think, is an A tier. I'd say low A tier, but still A tier.
I'm gonna say below Gendry.
Low Gendry is fine by me. Oliver is a piece of shit.
Piece of shit. Piece of shit.
I believe Oliver is one of the people that Arya kills.
Yes. Does it happen the same way as the show?
No, actually. Oh, so not quite, but mostly.
I mean, I think she kills him in the same way, but the circumstances are different.
So Oliver dies. Don't know if Arya does the exact same thing in the show, in the books as in the show. But he is mortally wounded by Sandor, and Arya takes Needle from his corpse.
Well, as long as he dies.
Yep.
Though I did love that scene in the show, though.
Great scene, yeah, absolutely great scene.
He killed Lommy. The fuck's a Lommy? He took Needle. Needle. Of course you named your sword. Lots of people name their swords. Lots of cunts.
Look, this is just going into Sandor's.
I know. I just love him so much. Rory, what's his fucking name? Rory McCann. Rory McCann does such a fucking good job with Sandor. Such a good job. He's one of the characters that just manages to survive, whose reputation manages to survive the entire show.
Yep.
We'll get to him next time. So Polliver, I'm thinking D.
Probably D, yeah.
He's a dick, enough of a dick to manage it. He killed Lommy, who was conspicuously not on this list. Well, not conspicuously. I only just remembered his name, and only because of the show.
Oh, he actually manages to wound Sandor.
Alright.
It's the wound that Sandor gets from Polliver that gets infected. Or that Sandor gets from Polliver, rather.
Dick move, so yeah, I'm thinking still D.
Oh yeah, no, D, but slightly higher in D, because he actually managed to land a blow on Sandor somehow.
Above Mandon Moore?
Above Mandon Moore, yeah.
Pyat Pree.
Okay, Pyat Pree is one of the assholes who,
In Karth, yeah. The sorcerer in Karth.
Warlocks of Karth.
God, that image of
Okay,
Ramsay looks so creepy.
he draws a knife on Daenerys, and her Blood Riders disarm him.
Literally?
Not literally,
Oh.
unfortunately.
The dragons at least burn him alive.
Not in the books.
No.
I wish.
Well, he became a lot less interesting.
Yep.
He's got sorcery at least. Makes him vaguely more interesting.
Oh, he may. Oh, never mind.
Where do you think? I'm thinking low C, but I'm not sure where.
Maybe we finally have someone to be below Archibald.
No, as I said, he's got sorcery. He's at least interesting in that sense.
Okay, let's put him right below Dantos then.
Grand Maester Pycelle. This horny old goat.
Not to mention a bootlicker par excellence.
Yeah.
He's got his tongue so far up Tywin's ass he can taste his throat.
Basically tonguing him in reverse.
Yeah, basically.
Frenching him in reverse, I should say. Tonguing him.
Yeah.
This is weird language. Whatever. I'm tired. Yeah. I can say weird things.
He got murked by Varys' little birds.
Yep.
That was fun. That was very fun.
So impact-wise, it's pretty big.
Yeah, he's the reason that King's Landing got sacked.
Yeah. Do you think he purposefully didn't notice that Jon Arryn was poisoned, or was that just incompetence?
Oh yeah, on purpose, but it could be incompetence. It's hard to say.
Yeah. He's the Lannister spy and all things on the small council, so development and interest aren't particularly high, so I'm thinking mid-C. His impact isn't even that particularly that big, is it?
Yeah, I mean, he's a Lannister toady, and he is probably the least interesting Lannister toady.
Yeah.
Where in C is the question. I think he should go high just because he is an important character. And because Varys does off him to destabilize the realm, less so than Kevin.
Are you sure he didn't just off Pycelle for revenge?
Possibly. Pycelle did try to get Varys dicked over by implicating him in Jon Arryn's death.
I was more thinking in the sense of having to sit through Pycelle's old man ramblings, but yeah.
That too.
I honestly don't think he's that big of a figure. I would honestly, stick him above Mace Tyrell.
Let's put him right above Ilyn Payne.
Ilyn Payne. Oh, okay. Nope, that's a lariat. No, there we go. There we go. Pip! Still alive in the books, right?
Yep.
Kind of the less interesting one out of Jon's friend group.
Yeah.
Well, give him props. He's still, managing to survive up at the fucking wall when all manner of disaster is falling upon them.
Oh, he's the one who's still at Castle Black during the ranging.
Yeah. Still managed to survive through all manner of bullshit that happens at Castle Black.
And Jon sends him to Eastwatch during dance.
Okay. I want to put him above Sir Alistair in general.
There.
I also want to put him above the Cuck.
Do it.
I do like Pip and Gren's dynamic, to be fair.
They do have a fun dynamic, yes.
Corin fucking Halfhand. Pretty
He is a
badass
great one.
dude. And it's his plan and sacrifice that lets John be integrated into the wildlings, which is a pretty important point. I mean, I'm interested to hear some of the stories about why he's got half a hand. Was that ever told? I can't remember.
I believe it does get mentioned. I believe he lost his hand to either an infection or against a wildling.
The
Oh
second
yeah,
one
he
sounds
caught a
better.
wildling axe right before it would strike his skull.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah. And then he thrust his main hand into his adversary's face and slew the man while he was blinded by blood.
I think that's
Metal as
I
fuck.
think that story deserves a B, at least.
Yeah, no, that's metal as fuck.
Yeah. I'm thinking above Ed.
Sounds good to me.
So I'll put him third highest Night's Watch member, which sounds about right.
Yep. For now, anyways.
Quaith.
We
Speak
still have
of
yet to discuss. Oh, yes.
Quaith, how
Quaith.
interesting.
Quaith is like such a mysterious character. I
And
am fascinated by her.
on sheer interest alone, she is pretty fucking high.
Yeah, she is a Shadowbinder from a Shy. And there are loads of theories as to who she is beneath that mask.
Yeah. Impact-wise, it's actually a pretty big impact, because her prophecy regarding Daenerys has got Daenerys feeling all sorts of fucking paranoid.
Mm-hmm. Go north, you must journey south. Reach the west, you must go east. Go forward, you must go back. To touch the light, you must pass beneath the shadow.
I think B on sheer interest alone.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think sort of mid to high B.
I'd say high B,
Yeah.
just for the intrigue factor. Probably right around Doran.
I would say just below Doran.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah, I think that's a good place. Oh, poor idiotic Quentin Martell. You fucking idiot.
Poor bastard.
What do you think?
B tier. Low B. But still B. He's a perspective character, and he does at least have like some development and actual fleshed out relationships with his family and friends.
I think he'd be higher if we knew the impact of his death in Dawn.
Yeah, they won't get news of it for quite a while.
Yeah, and the impact it would have on their relationship with Daenerys.
To be fair, his death was entirely his fault.
Oh, it absolutely was, but grief isn't rational.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, Oberyn's death was his own fucking fault.
True.
Didn't stop the Sand Snakes from advocating full-out war.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say bottom B.
Qyburn. Last Q.
Mm-hmm. Qyburn's also a fascinating one.
He is a very interesting character, yeah.
He's like an evil maester almost.
He's very much a man of science. That does make him interesting in this world.
Mm-hmm. He's also very, for how evil he seems to be, he is very friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, and he has standards. He thinks the phrase are awful for the Red Wedding.
And to be fair, I think the indication somewhat is that he's only really working with the Lannisters because I'd given the best opportunities to experiment.
Yes, he is a bit of a mad scientist type.
Um, has he done much in terms of impact yet?
He made Robert strong.
Fair point. Probably sticks him up in high C for the time being. Not really anything in the word development, I don't think. Interest, he is pretty interesting. I'd say probably low B.
Yeah, let's put him around. I want to say like the High Sparrowish.
I was gonna say above Lewin.
Above Lewin? Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds about right.
Okay, I think that's a good place to stop. How many have we got left? 1, 2, 3,
71.
7. Exactly 71.
Mm-hmm. We took care of 74 this time around.
7 times 11. You sure?
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah, 71. Okay, I miscounted. Oh man,
A lot of big characters in the last set.
we are gonna end on a really cool, really interesting one.
Mm-hmm. But yes, we will end it here, and we will hopefully wrap up on Saturday.
Yeah, we should wrap up on Saturday. So, as always, thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed us, the second part of our Song of Ice and Fire character stream. It is fun getting to go through this shit.
Yeah, that's fun.
So, in terms of future stuff, as I said, Saturday is going to be part 3 of this. We should be able to finish. Sunday, I think we are going to still be playing D&D.
Yep, should be.
And again, I don't want to make guarantees for what's going to happen Tuesday and Thursday, but should, fingers crossed, have my computer set up and we can go back to gaming streams. Fingers crossed. But obviously, if you follow us here on Twitch, follow us on Twitter at Storytime_net. That is where you will get the best info ahead of time. Twitter is especially where I will put, if we are cancelling a stream. So, otherwise, again, thank you everybody for watching. And we hope to see you on Saturday for hopefully the final part of this series of Song of Ice and Fire character tier list streams. Good night.
Later.